So the following is just a quick overview of the work that I've done so far on your org, and hope to get things completed. We're close to completion by next week. So when we look at Salesforce, we've got these tabs up at the top here, and the tab that I've been focused on that I would suggest that we want to use a fair amount is what we call, Salesforce calls it leads. I've updated it to work order leads. And the concept there are, any new opportunity that comes in, or any potential opportunity comes in, we'll enter in as a lead, and then we'll take it through the process of, after we validated it, moving to an opportunity. One of the features that's very powerful in Salesforce is what they call list views. And so I've got here my all leads that I have open on that, and then so here is the information that I put in on your behalf, and you can see that we like to segment the data as much as we possibly can. So I've got some information. I've got market segment, and we've got retail, we've got commercial, different ways that we've segmented the potential market that we're looking at. And then we have the industry. And then the industry is, it's a kind of a commercial building, or sorry, company type. And the company type is either going to be like the end user, or it might be the property, somebody that's using like a property manager, and so on and so forth. It could be government, and then kind of where not determined. And then when we look at it, what is the market segmentation? It's kind of institutional or end user. So we'll go over this in more detail, but it helps us be able to segment our market. So in this particular case, I created a new list view, and that one is called Property Manager. And we can fool around with this a little bit, but the idea behind this is not the actual property manager per se. It is buildings that are operated by property managers. And so here we can see the list of the property managers that manage this particular building here. So, and then we can sort things A to B. The idea behind the lead is that, I'll come in here and I'll say, okay, I want to call Ripa Industries. Unfortunately, I don't have a contact for you at that particular point. We've got to go ahead and do that. And again, what is my opportunity? Is I want to, what type of work order type is this? It's we want to try and sell, we want to qualify this from a opportunity to sell a service contract. My objective here is to get the name and the contact individual here, and then log that particular information. One feature that we have is that we have, the ability to do a Google search off of that name. So I can go in and I can see, I'm just going to go back here a little bit. Here is the link to it. One of the things that we have is the address. Again, the data that I put in there, it's qualified in the sense that there's an opportunity here to that these people will need some HVAC work. When we take a look at the type of building it is, it's a commercial building. We know that this is the particular property manager. One option that I have here when I look at, I want to update my addresses as we go. Of course, when you get new bids in, you'll know the address, but we've got the Google integration here. So I just put the street in, and then ultimately it fills it out for me, and I can save it. I can also look here and I can see where the phone number is. So I can grab the phone number associated with this particular account, come back here, and then I can come up to the phone, and then I can update the phone. At that point, I can make a choice. I could go in, potentially call the general manager, or I can call somebody directly at this particular property management company. I'm going to come into the website here. Maybe I want to, even though I know that, I'm going to come in and take a look at seeing if I might be able to pick up a contact information on that side of it. So I've got somebody here, estimating department, so it's a couple different people. President, Trevor Austin. So there's a good contact for me right here. And then I can come in and I can update this particular contact with Trevor's name, and I think his email was there as well. And then I'll come in and I'll update that here. There is Trevor Austin's name, and then I'll just go back and take a look, and there's his email, so that's perfect. So now, relatively quickly, what do I know about this particular individual title email? So I'm just going to update my email address. So I know that this particular building could be a prospect. We look at what the physical building looked like with the Google Maps. We could come in here. We know that it's managed, where at one time it was managed by this property management company. It may have changed, and we now have Trevor as our main contact. What I want to be able to do is I want to pick up the phone and I want to give Trevor a call. And then after I call Trevor, I'm going to log the call associated with Trevor. So there's my test call, and then I'll say this is a test. I may also want to send Trevor an email directly, and then I'm going to set up your email so it works out on that side of it. So we'll work at getting it connected to your email system, and then I can send Trevor an email and I can ask them again, do they have a service contract? Who do they use? What does it look like? And I'm going to log all of that information here. I can leave it as the status is new or working, and then I do have the choice of saying, right now I could say that we can mark it as unqualified if it turns out that it's not unqualified, but our objective is to be able to move this to converted status. So when I come in and I say, hey, let's convert this, what I'm doing when I'm converting it is I'm creating an account record, I'm creating a contact, and I'm creating a new sales opportunity. So I could go in here and I could say, hey, this is a service contract. So it's on that side of it. So contract. And then when I save that, it's automatically going to create that new sales opportunity for me. So the big difference between the work order leads and the work order opportunities is a lead we don't actually create a sales opportunity for. We wait until we qualify it, and then we convert it. And during the conversion process, we make it an account. We take Trevor and make it a specific contact related to the account, and then we create the opportunity associated with it. I hit that convert button, and then ultimately it will go in and create that account, that work order opportunity for me. And now I'm managing it here. I've got all my work order opportunities. Here's some demo ones that Salesforce has put in. And then at that particular point, what I'm doing is I'm measuring where we are. We're qualifying it or we're proposing it, and I'm managing all my contact information or all my activity associated with this particular account accordingly. So to sum it up, I've got in here, I've put in 100 plus leads for you. I've worked on, when we look at the 100 plus leads, we've got some segmentation associated with those leads. So we built something around it here. Industry, it's a commercial building. It's an end user, so meaning that they're making the decision on that side of it, and it's in our commercial market segment. So that's the market segment that we're looking at. What we're doing is we're looking to build a new service contract associated with it, but I can bring in many types of leads. I could quote for a new build or a new install, preventative maintenance, a service, a callback, service contract. Those are all the leads that I'm bringing in. I'm calling and I'm qualifying it, making sure I have the contact information appropriately. And then once I get it, I convert it into an opportunity. And that opportunity stays at a status until we either close won it or we close lost it. So that's essentially what the Salesforce playbook looks like from this end. So review this video, or hopefully you get a chance to review the video, and then we can arrange a call to discuss in more detail.